Well, first, pretty, sad news for the Gopher Hockey Nation and Gopher Nation losing Murray Williamson. Murray is truly a legend. I know that came here as a player. I believe he's an All-American, but what he did after, he gave back so much to USA Hockey and the development growth of our sport, and he was a true icon. And we lost one of the all-time greats that found his way to our campus and never left. That's what we've always said. We've got a lot of Minnesotans that play for us, but the ones that come here never leave. Nanny and Murray and Thomas Vanek, a whole bunch of them that once they get here, they don't leave. And our hearts are out to his family.
Is it kind of a cruel irony World Juniors coming back here this year because he was such a big part of starting that tournament?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy too. Like it started 50 years ago, and not a lot of people, including myself, knew it. That he was one of the architects of that, and I know he was awful excited that it was coming back here. Spent some time with him, but he'll be there in memory with us for sure.
You said you've borrowed from a lot of coaches over the years. Did you ever watch his teams or learn from his tactics or anything like that?
No, I mean, I was generation before
72.
It's more, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just a kid when,
Yeah.
I was playing baseball. Had 44 written all over my jerseys back then.
Hank Aaron?
Chuck Torman, come on.
No one was in baseball.
Football. It all goes back to football. Been out there for 2 weeks. Have you stolen any tricks from other coaches that you've used this season so far, or you just sticking with tried and true?
Week and a half. No, we got week and a half, not 2 yet, and we needed. Gone are a lot of names that we would count on, but after a week and a half, we like what we see. We're gonna find out where it goes, but I can tell you we like what we see, and it's gonna be a little different version, but there's a whole can of womp ass out there with how they compete and how they get after it, and it's early, so I get back to you in a month, tell you where it's really at.
Does anything stand out about this team, this roster, other than the compete and
the depth
physical?
the depth of just good hockey players that are playing the right way, and that's what stands out. I mean, I tell you, a lot of times early in seasons, the big thing that all of us coaches, our communication, how we talk, like that's what we've spent a lot of time harping on all drills. They had it down from day one. I know it's a little thing, but net front presence, being around the goaltender. Usually you gotta, that's like they want to stand off the side. They are all over the front of the net. Those are just little things that I'm, actually don't even write about that. Too boring to write about it, but they're doing some little things at an extraordinarily high level for early in the year. But so I like what I see, but I don't want to get too far ahead. Like I said, get back in a month and a half, and we'll tell you where we're really at.
Of the returning players, though, but do you see a hunger to, I guess, right what finished wrong last year?
Yeah, I think they're and we're only guessing this, but I mean they're smart enough to understand there's a lot of open spots, and so the compete level has been, and it's a little bit their DNA makeup, and we hope a little bit, hey, I got a chance for a higher spot, sit higher in the saddle. And then a lot of young guys with freshmen and sophomores that are, good. They don't know any better. They're just getting after it. So there's a little framework of a puzzle we like that will keep moving forward.
What do you like out of your captain's group?
All heart, all character. Here for the program. Here for their teammates. Tight. Just really tight group. We're excited about
You want a certain level of vocal contributions from your captain's group, I would think. Can you get that on Cal? He seems like such a quiet guy, but what do you see from him now?
Well, communication comes in, it can be talk, but it can also come in on your energy level and how you get dirty, you jump in the mud, play. He jumps in the mud every day and not afraid to play. And that sends a message. So leadership comes in all forms. Sometimes that's the best way too. He's healthy. What he battled with last year, he was hollow on one leg almost the whole year last year. You can just see he feels free again. It's like he got the handcuffs off.
What's the overlap like for you getting ready for juniors as well as running this team?
The big thing is it took a good chunk of your summer, but we're good because we're in July's we're starting to wind things down. June and early part of July are busy for us, but it's just a lot of it'll be between now and December. It's just a lot of tracking, but John Van Beesbrook's got his staff and our coaching staff, and the good we'll be playing. We play BC, we play North Dakota, we play Duluth, we play Michigan, A lot of the guys that are candidates we're going to be going against, so we're going to get good looks at on film leading into those series, and then of course head to head. So there's a little overlap, but it's hockey. It's kind of cool.
You guys are camping in Duluth, right?
Yeah.
Now, when will that open? When you start camping?
Monday, December. We got a calendar. We don't play that. We don't play the second weekend in December. What weekend is that? So it's the Monday after. Okay. The Big Ten's not playing, but everyone else is playing, so it's that Monday after.
Okay.
So everyone will play that weekend, and then we'll fly in. It's all tentative, right? Fly in on Sunday, and then bus up Monday. Tentative.
Last year, second half of the season, you just didn't seem to get the traction you usually get on the team. Didn't go on a big run, and then the postseason ended pretty quickly. How do you use that? Do you flush it away, or do you is that a motivational factor?
Well,
to
we didn't. We didn't talk about it in the second half, but what happened to us the second half is we're short a lot of bodies. That hit us, and no one wants to hear excuses. But that when you look back, we hobbled, and we were shorthanded a lot the second half, and what I give our guys fought through it until finally it kind of caught up to us, and we remember the series that caught up to us too, and we were reaching to try to get it back, and we were close. But I can't do any more thinking than we were a little wounded down the stretch. Whole second half.
College hockey generally has seen the transfer portal, and then we've seen NIL, and now CHL being the latest kind of new wrinkle to things. Just how is your program? How is your staff adjusting to the new world? You don't have any CHL players coming in this year, but is that a conscious decision, or just how does that affect your program?
I'm going to kind of use the same as when the transfer portal came about. There were two things were happening at that time. There was COVID fifth year, and where that had its own little path, and then, and if I'm not wrong, during transfers, we've only brought in 4 transfers, counting 2 this year, that are not counting fifth year. We kind of sit back and watch it. But if you like your recruits, that was the biggest thing at the end of last year, is we got a lot of calls, and then you go watch your players, and you go, pretty good hockey player. And that's what you saw happen in the transfer portal. A lot of guys took guys out of the transfer, and the guys they had committed went to other schools. Didn't work out so well for some people. And I'm right now, I'm going to watch and observe and see where, but all I can tell you is I like what's in that locker room. I like what's coming. And we'll continue to bring in guys we like. It's worked so far.
Does it kind of sound like you really value guys who want to be here rather than guys who just want to play hockey somewhere? Is that a big part of having a successful program?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not naive enough or gonna like. There is a place then in this world now that for transfers and we've gone in this year, and we really felt very fortunate. The 2 transfers we brought in this year, and 3 actually, very happy with it. That is, and then major junior is going to become, I think everybody knows all along that they were going to be eligible at some point because, I mean, it used to be an old 20-year-old league. Now it's a midget league. It's a younger league. And a lot of those kids come from parents that value education and value our way. And eventually, believe it or not, all the bickering going on, we're probably all going to get along. And I mean, I try to look at it through the eye of a parent versus as a hockey coach. And they're going to do a good job, and we're going to do a good job. So can't we all just get along? So I'm observing more right now, and I like what we're doing, and we're gonna.
Well, I haven't seen the numbers, but are there a lot of kids that have come in to college hockey from the CHL?
150. If I've heard the number right, I'm not.
Okay,
So I call that a lot.
about 2.5 per team average.
I could be off on the number, so don't quote.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's officially out there yet, but yeah, there's quite a bit.
As you put together your lineup, you often like to have guys that are familiar with other as pairs in your forward lines. Have you identified any guys that seem to click together that you think might stick together going forward?
It's coming. Really, the biggest thing we're trying to do now is because Michigan Tech is going to be very good, as everyone knows. We picked very high in their league. We're trying to get our systems in and the style of way we want to play. And I wish I had the magic, where I picked the lines right this year to start the year. Never done it. Never done it. Now you might pick a pair here or there and you try it, and it'll grow as we grow. But most important right now, we're trying to implement how we want to play, and then we'll let the line sort itself as we go.
You brought in Luka and goal. What impressed you with him?
You can tell he's a veteran. You can tell he's confident. He's a competitor, and he's been through some battles. And there's a great story. He wanted to play. He loved where he was at, but he wants a chance to play, and so he's here fighting to play. And he wasn't afraid of this challenge and wanted it, and I think good on him.
Similar as always, they'll let you know who the starter is.
Yep. I pick starters. They'll pick who's number one at time.
You mentioned that Nathan knew what he had to work on in the offseason coming in this year. How's that translating to practice so far?
It's just amazing sometimes when guys just come back and, I don't know whether it's because he got married or he's carrying himself like a upperclassman. And in a very short snapshot of what we've been going, he looks to be different. And when I say different, it means he's taking a step forward.
Any other guys come back with more muscle or anybody noticeable?
Yeah, I mean, it was Brody Lamb. As crazy as it sounds, we brought Brody in early, and he's a senior, and he probably should be a junior, and he knows it. He just, that window of maturity. Not just by him lifting weights and training, but his body has taken the next step, and he knows it. I always say these guys work, these players, these athletes work their tails off in the off season. And it's when they're all by themselves and they're looking in the mirror in the morning, the end of the summer, they know. They go, I did the work. And sometimes you need Mother Nature to take the step, you know, and big step. Cal looks so much more comfortable because of what, you know, the injuries he went through last year. Like he feels free. There's just two examples of older guys that are back, but of course Luke MIttelstadt always plays at a high level, and Paulson looks better. Jimmy Clark looks better. Like there's a whole slew of them. Go early. You know, it's a marathon.
What have you told your team about the first month of your schedule?
I don't think I need to tell them anything. Honestly, you probably heard me, like, and this is my, I don't get too worked up on the schedule. They called to play, or I called them, and so it was on the schedule, you know, and I know our fans are excited. I mean, it's a pretty darn good schedule we've got, and you know, we're not going to dodge any bullets. And I think it's cool tech. Like, we haven't played since the old WCHA, and that for our fans, for our older fans, that's a hell. Look in the back room there. That is a series a lot of people miss. The old diehards and so and they're going to appreciate it much more, and it'll be a big deal when we go up there next year.
Will we go there next year?
Yeah,
I like going up there. That's a good time to do it.
And that they've done a great job, and I think that's after that one got scheduled. I've been around a while. That's a cool thing for us to schedule. Now, Boston College, North Dakota, Duluth right after. Here we go. But if you want it any other way, like,
Might get to see part of that.
of all things, I got a text today from another top team in the country. He says, "You want to schedule in the future?" I said, "Absolutely, we'll play, and we'll get it on the books."
Denver too, played them a lot. Got them this season.
We go to Denver. They called to get us in the Hall of Fame game, right?
Yeah.
Hall of Fame game. So
I got one more question from Brad S. in Grand Forks. 5 coaches.
what isn't Brad called?
He wanted me to ask you. So the user submitted a question. 5 coaches with 19 years of experience stepped away from college hockey this year. What's kind of your reaction to that? What does it say about their contribution, the changes to college hockey?
Those guys all got old. Aren't I older than most of them? So that's why I can say that. You know what? And we're a close knit community. So we all grew up together in the business. So it's, you know, actually happy for ones that are stepping away. Bob Day is one of the classiest dudes you're ever going to meet. I love Jeff Jackson. You know, Keith Lane won a national title when I was, you know, we didn't, you know, we got knocked out in the semis that year at the Frozen Four, and great for Keith. Who else went?
Schaefer.
Oh, Shafe and I were assistants together, you know, and going at it in the old CCHA when he was at Western. He did such a terrific job at Cornell, you know. They chose their time to go, and a lot of those guys went out on their own time, you know.
He appreciates it.
What's that?
Brad appreciates it.
I heard he's working out a little thing with that. There's one more too, right? We're missing.
Ryan.
Oh, Will's, another one. Will's Bowling Green. I mean, like, all of us are so close, and when you grew up.
Yep.
Oh, Riles, yeah. Dubuque Fighting Saints, spent some time there. Right, I think before I was there, actually. The Riley family's been, we lost some really, there's some big shoes to fill around the country.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Brad to call me. He always calls Ernie.
Appreciate it, sir.
You bet, guys.
Thanks, Bob.
We'll see you.
Yeah.
And how about here's this bit? Not that I'm into the Vikings.
No, not at all.
He'll be ready in a couple of weeks. What he has is very personal issue. Yeah, I heard what it was, I can't say.
Brody, what do you think of the Vikings so far?
Up and down a little bit.
Yeah. Tough.
All right, senior captain Brody Lamb. Jump in, whoever's ready.
I mean, what's the mood so far through practices and going into the season?
Yeah, boys are excited. Everyone's happy to be back on campus. Get to meet all the new guys and see all the new faces, and then obviously see all your buddies again and hang out together. So it's been fun, and we've been getting some work into, so it's good.
Last year obviously didn't finish the way you guys wanted to, both in the Big Ten and the national tournament. How do you use that going forward for this year?
Yeah, obviously every year we want to come out on top, and last year fell a little short, but obviously went into the summer knowing we got to do little things, get better. I think the boys did that, so we're excited to get going.
How did you find out you were one of the captains?
Kind of in front of the whole team. Mouth just announced it, and then called us in after, had a little chat, so it was good.
What do you like about your squad?
I like a lot of things. Freshmen are fitting in really well. Obviously, there's a lot of skill and heart there, so that's good. Then obviously, sophomores, they always make a big jump, so I'm excited to see what they have to do. And then our upperclassmen are getting a little more mature now, and I'm excited to see their games.
Looks like your freshman class got a little size to it. You've noticed that on the ice quite a bit too.
Yeah, Rombeck's huge, and Javon's right there too. So obviously, that's a big advantage in today's game. So I'm excited to see what they bring.
A lot of new forwards up front. What do you do to kind of integrate them into the team and welcome them in?
Yeah, these first couple of weeks we've been mixing up lines and kind of putting the younger guys with the older guys, and I think that's great. Get a little chemistry with everyone. Not kind of set lines right away. But yeah, just hanging out outside of the rink, doing everything together. Obviously, more you know a guy, the easier it is to play with them. So.
You had so many high-end guys, Jimmy, Chesney, guys like that, Renzel, more. How does it go to get into the season? But you don't have those guys to rely on, but you got a lot of open roles for people. How's it?
Yeah, I mean,
it work?
I mean, those guys are obviously unbelievable. I mean, I miss them personally. It's just some of my good friends, but as a team, I think like you said, there's a lot of roles to fill. I don't think that's a bad thing. Having to come in and prove yourself, not necessarily knowing where you're going to play or how you're going to play. So I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it'll make us battle and practice a little bit and have everyone ready.
Coach mentioned that the battle level of this group kind of showed up right away. Have you noticed that as well?
Yeah, I have. Our freshmen actually did a great job. They come in, they work hard, they battle, they compete. That's good. And then our older classmen obviously feed off that. So it's been really good so far.
Bob suggested that he thought you kind of like taking another step physically to get ready for this year. How do you feel physically coming into your senior year?
Yeah, I feel good. I think I had a really good summer, personally. Just another year to develop my body, which is the biggest thing for me. Put on some weight, got quicker, so I think that's the main thing.
You guys probably focus just on the opponent at hand, Michigan State or Michigan Tech coming up, but you look at that first month of the season with those teams on there. What does that say?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to get us ready for the best of the best, so we're really excited. Obviously, playing good teams is just going to make you better, so we're taking it step by step, but looking ahead, we're excited.
Been around some other captains here. Are there any lessons you learned from them that you take and kind of align with you?
Yeah, every year there's just been leadership groups that have done a great job here. starting with, Faves my freshman year, Nelly, Mike and Devs, they've all been great. And I've learned a lot from them about like the game, but also leadership, how to control a room. So I'm trying to bring that back to this group.
All right, thanks, Brody.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
All right. Questions for senior captain Cal Thomas?
Cal, Bob was talking about how you lead in other ways than just talking. What do you feel you do as a leader?
Yeah, I think I do stuff the right way, go about my business the right way, and I like to lead through example, through my effort, through practice, focusing on details and the little drills, making sure do the stuff that coaches say, and try to lead through that.
When you started here, you were part of a defensive core with 3 guys who are doing pretty well in the NHL right now. So weird to look at the senior next to your name and MC on your jersey.
Yeah, it flies by for sure. Feels like yesterday those guys were on my team leading me, so learned a lot from them, and it's fun watching them in the NHL.
You're not an excuse maker. We all know that about you. But just how tough was last year with the ankle?
Really just hard mentally. Like you play through injuries. Everybody's playing through injuries, but coming back and then injuring the other ankle right after, that was kind of the hard part for me. And you learn a lot through those experiences, though, and I think it makes you tougher in the long run.
Is that just a product of playing defense at a high level, getting in the way of pucks?
Yeah, your body's gonna take a beating, and as it is, I fell into the wall on my own, so can't really blame anybody else but myself for that one. And you come back stronger. So.
Do you take last year's tournament finish and just kind of forget that, or do you use it for motivation?
I think it's a new year for sure, and we got a whole new group of guys, and we got a whole new identity as a team. So you do kind of have to flush a little bit, but it'll always be there as motivation. We've had 3 hard years of tough losses, I think. So, it's always motivating in the back of your head.
What do you think the identity of this group is going to be going forward?
I think we're gonna have to be a really hard-working team, and we're gonna have to play together. I think it's gonna take everyone in the locker room, whether you're in the lineup or not, every night. So, I think we're gonna have to play as a group this year more than ever.
What's impressed you most about the freshmen coming in this year?
They're all really comfortable. I came in and I had a lot of nerves, but they all seem like they're ready to go, and their effort level's been unbelievable. They're asking questions, trying to learn every day, and it's really impressed me so far, for sure.
Is there anything you do intentionally as a captain, either off the ice or on the ice, that maybe you wouldn't do otherwise?
Maybe with the young guys, I try to step in and say, like, stuff that I see, even if they're not asking questions, just like, hey, when I saw this is what I was thinking, and just kind of start a conversation to get them thinking about certain plays maybe a little different way than I didn't think about them in the past, stuff like that. But nothing too crazy.
Do you have any leaders that you look up to, or made good impressions on you with how they led?
Yeah, I think I've had a lot of great leaders ahead of me here. Faber, Lacombe, like they were mentioned earlier, but like Mike Kester was a captain for me for a couple of years. Mason Nevers, guys like that. Justin Close, like they all led with a certain composure, I think, in the locker room, and moment was never too big, and they knew what we had to do, and got the group focused and working as a team. So looking at those guys.
Did you hear from any of those guys after the captain announcement came out?
Yeah, a lot of guys reached out to me, so it's cool.
Any nice messages that stand out? Or?
Nothing specific that I remember, but yeah, they're all good.
With you 3 captains, you split up duties in a different way, or like you in charge of one part of the team and they're in charge of different ones?
No, we just try to help out where we see it. We all live together, so that's easy. We can talk to each other. We're with each other all the time. We're best friends on and off the ice, so it's really easy for us to communicate with each other, just talk through.
The schedule hits hard right away at the first month. What do you see when you see those opponents on there?
It's going to be a hard weekend right to start with Michigan Tech. They're not going to be easy at all. They're going to be heavy, physical hockey, a brand that we want to play this year. So I think it's a great test right after start, and then it doesn't get any easier after them. So yeah.
Is it an easy decision in the off season for you to come back for this?
Yeah, I love it here. There's no place I would rather be. And to be able to have the C on my chest, that means something to me, and take a lot of pride in that. So yeah,
those new guys are big. Is that part of the heavy feeling that you guys want to bring forward this year a little bit more?
Yeah, definitely. You know, we got some big bodies that we want to see thrown around out there a little bit. So yeah, for sure. Looking forward to it.
Thanks, Cal.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, guys.
Before we get going,
I don't know.
Brown box.
I didn't see it, but I was on the tee box. I was right behind the green, so I heard them all screaming, and then we thought they were screwing around.
Right.
So we went and checked, and it was in there. So we all took off towards them.
Is he a pretty good player, or?
I mean, I didn't hear that he was very good,
This
but
club's gotta be pretty
I
big.
mean, he's a big guy,
Yeah.
so I think that'd be
Big guy.
challenging. So I
That would be
haven't
tough.
seen too many tall golfers. So
no.
there's like a limit.
Scotty's 6'4".
Well, you see how his feet move?
Yeah, true.
That's not common. That's
True.
That's an uncommon guy.
All right, Senior Captain Luke MIttelstadt.
I asked Cal this, but is it weird to think that, you know, doesn't seem like too long ago you had 3 NHL guys as part of your defensive core. They're all making some pretty good money now. And now, you know, you have a letter on your sweater.
Yeah.
And a senior next to your name.
It's crazy. Time has gone by so fast, and yeah, it's crazy. I can't believe we're already a senior. So it is insane. It's insane.
Just how does it change for you? Like, you know, you're obviously in a leadership role, and you know, just do you feel like there's a kind of a different pressure on you now?
No, I wouldn't say it's a different pressure. I think the guys in there make it so easy to lead. They're always dialed in, working hard. And obviously, we haven't played any games yet, so there hasn't been really any drama or anything to worry about. So, yeah, no added pressure. Just relying on those guys in there. So
There was a lot that was lost on defense from last year. How's it been looking from your side, what you have right now, with you guys?
yeah, those guys, all the guys that are coming in are really good. Obviously, we did lose a lot, but yeah, I don't know. It'll be fun to watch them grow and see what we've got. So.
What's impressed you most about the freshmen that have come in?
Honestly, this far, it's their attitude. They've been so good in all areas. Like I said, they work hard, they're dialed in, and they're great guys, so it's been fun.
Had you played against Luka before? Had he gotten a start against you? Do you remember?
I don't think so, no. I don't know goalies real well either. So, like, I don't know. I have no idea.
You hadn't scouted him, right?
Yeah, I'm not a big goalie guy, so I have no idea.
Just, you know, that October schedule, you don't have much control over it, but you start to tick off some of those names and go, oh boy.
That's going to be fun. I look at it and think that's going to be a lot of fun. Having those games, I think, early are so good for everyone to get ready for the season. And, no college hockey game is ever easy. So, getting those games out of the way early and letting guys learn is going to be a lot of fun.
Even though you're not a goalie guy, are you aware that, you might get to see Bardo in that tech weekend?
Crazy. I'm excited to see Bardo. We sat next to each other in the locker room, so it'll be fun watching him and playing against him. I did know that, actually.
He's up there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So one more goalie question, as long as you're not a goalie.
Let's hear it.
The guy behind you, Nathan Airy, you see a different goalie in him this year?
Yeah, he looks good. He's got the size, unbelievable attitude, and yeah, I think he's got it. He's got everything he needs, so it'll be fun to watch.
Marriage helping him or?
I think marriage will help. I don't think it'll hurt him. The guy's pretty dialed in, so it'll be fun.
Last year, obviously, didn't finish the way you guys wanted it. It seemed like with injuries, and they didn't get a lot of traction in the second half. What do you take from that to moving forward?
Yeah, I think, like I said, there's no easy games, and just got to remember that. And no matter what you're going through, you got to battle. It's really all battle and all grit, and that's what'll help you win.
What was the summer like with this group? Did guys kind of go their own ways for times? Did a lot of guys stick around? What was kind of the vibe this summer?
I think we had everybody around. Freshmen were at the dorms, and then obviously all the other guys have apartments or houses here. So yeah, it was a good summer, and it was fun to see everyone around.
You were living with the other captains. Does that
Yeah.
help your leadership group?
I think so. I think when we get home, Lambert turns into a bit of a clown, but he's always fun to be around. But yeah, no, I'm kidding. Yeah, we just have a lot of fun hanging around, and it's been good.
Do you have defined roles at your house? Like, is there a cook? Is there a person, organizer, shopper?
I think we do know the most mature guy is John Mittelstadt. He kind of cleans up, cooks, and then I think the other guys just kind of hang out and make a mess a little bit. But yeah, it's been good.
You've been
Softball this year?
I don't play softball. I play bandy. That's my big summer sport is bandy. Yeah.
Do you play with Sammy Walker and Carmen and
Yeah,
those guys?
play against them.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they won it
They
this
won
year.
it,
Yeah.
Sammy's with the bandy player.
Yeah, he is pretty good. He's pretty good. They beat us.
You've been through the time in college sports where NIL and transfer portal, everything has changed everything, even the hockey to an extent. What's it been like for you? Is it just seeing everything change?
Yeah, it's crazy. I think it's moving. I don't know if it's in the right direction or wrong direction, but it's moving either way. So, just kind of got to adapt. And I think for me, it hasn't affected me. It's just kind of just came here to play hockey, and that's all I'm really worried about. So, good. Thanks, guys. Good to see you.